guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Candidly Vee and I'm back with another review. Today we're going to be talking about I Care a Lot, Netflix #1 trending movie right now. So I figured I'd jump on the camera and give you guys an honest review on the movie. Did you like it? Have you watched it yet? Let's get into the video. Guys, so we start with meeting the main character, Marla Grayson. So Marla Grayson is a lady that basically gets assigned by the court to care for vulnerable people. So the elderly in this video, for instance. So what happens is if the elderly person can no longer take care of themselves, she's like their power of attorney. She has full control over everything that happens in their life, their estate, their finances, their medical decisions, everything. Like that we had Feldstrom in the beginning because it kind of brings a well-rounded view of what happens, because he also comes back in it again like towards the end. But he basically has a parent that, I think it is his parent, that is in a home that Marla gets appointed to by the court. Okay, hold on, let me stop. This video is a spoiler alert, so if you have not watched the movie, then I highly suggest that you watch the movie and stop watching now. But if you don't mind hearing my thoughts and what I took from the movie, then by all means, you can still continue to listen. Okay, now that I got that disclaimer out the way, let's get back into it. So Feldstrom's parent is in a home and he is like trying to plead with the court, like, no, like she doesn't need power of attorney, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. The court basically tells him no and still has Marla assigned. Marla's her argument is always, well, you haven't been around for the last however long, and if you was, then your parent wouldn't be in this situation. But I'm just like a guardian, I just care a lot. That's the famous line, right, from the movie. And she does say it a couple times in the movie as well. So the thing about Marla is, right, you kind of think, oh yeah, you know, the court's just doing what they're supposed to do. However, Marla is strategically conning all of these old people and taking advantage of them. What she does is she first gets the court to assign her. What you don't realize at the beginning is that the judge is also kind of like working with her. She has a lot of people in on this scam. So the judge is kind of working with her as well. So you'll see that. You'll also see that she's working with the doctor, psychiatrist, the caring facility, the nursing facility that these people go to. Like, she has this down to a T. And so what she does is she gets assigned these cases in court and she goes about it the right way. Like, you know, the judge will be like, oh yeah, Marla, can you take on another one? I know you've got a busy workload, but you know, she's like, of course, judge, I care a lot. And she puts them in the home, and then after that, she kind of basically, as time progresses, she starts taking over all their assets, signing it over, basically selling their properties, dealing with the whole shebang, and basically kind of leaves them in the home just to, you know, but she's still assigned to them. And then she gets them heavily sedated and drugged up, and, you know, she kind of takes advantage of them like that, right? However, her girlfriend, Fran, is also working with her. We find out that Fran is her girlfriend later on, a little bit later on in the movie. You don't find that out right at the beginning. But Fran, her co-partner, is her girlfriend. And Fran will go and do her research on the elderly person, the next person that they are gonna con. And they go and obviously take vulnerable older people that are kind of like on their way out, or, you know, have a mental issue or can be resolved with a mental issue, gets them heavily sedated on drugs. But they're also somebody that doesn't have family members, or no family members check on them or care about them. They're lonesome, so no one's really gonna check, right? No one's gonna care, no one's gonna catch up onto the con. But she comes across the wrong lady. So Miss Jennifer Peterson is a extremely rich, vivacious lady, okay? And she does everything she needs to. Now, they do their research. They find that Jennifer is rich. She kind of has her things that she does, her day-to-days, and they find her schedule, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna go after her. Because the research that they've done on her, that Fran has researched on her, she doesn't have any family members. She's like the only one, you know, she's nobody will miss her, basically. Wrong. They end up kind of getting with Jennifer, who's not actually Jennifer, but they don't realize this. And that is the mobster's mom, big mobster that nobody really knows. They think he's dead. Roman, okay? So Roman is the main guy. You see him in the adverts as well. You also may know him as Tyrion from Lord of the Rings, but this isn't about Lord of the Rings. No. So yes, he's a rich mobster, and basically he kind of gave his mom a fake identity of somebody that was already dead. And so nobody would know that it's his mom, because obviously he was wanted, and well, not wanted, but people were trying to come after him to kill him and stuff like that. So he was trying to protect his mom, and he faked his death and all this kind of craziness. It all comes out later on in the movie. But anyway, he fakes his death, but basically she gets the mom and everything begins, right? Jennifer is like, oh, you messed with the wrong one, you're crazy, just let me go. She says no, takes her phone, takes everything, gets this woman heavily sedated, and boom. So I want to talk about that for a second. I like the fact that the movie is focusing on the elderly that are vulnerable. This is an everyday issue that a lot of people maybe just want to close their eye to, don't realize it's really happening, but a lot of these older people in homes are taken advantage of because they are elderly, because it's like they're losing their mind or whatever the case may be. But a lot of elderly people are taken advantage of. So the fact that this movie was kind of based around that, I thought was beautiful. I thought it was amazing, and I think I really enjoyed the fact that they brought light to this situation. However, I found there was several things in the movie that I just felt was really unrealistic, okay? And I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, I just felt that they could have done a little bit better with having like some real realistic situations happen. Attorney that is hired by Roman. I'm not too sure if he really is no, he must have been a real attorney. He's a real attorney. He's Roman's attorney. And he was hired to basically try and fight Marla in the court system to get his mom back, because Marla's like, no. He also goes to Marla's office and tries to pay her to give the lady back. Marla then realizes, oh no, this woman is golden. I'm gonna keep on to her, because if you can offer me, I think it was like $300,000 to release her, I'm sure you could go over for much higher. And she was like, she wants $5 million to release the lady. So she realizes that she is a bank for Marla. And Marla's like, I'm not giving her up. No, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay, and then I'll give her up. And they're just kind of like, no, you don't really want to mess with her. But nobody will tell her exactly who Jennifer is. So she doesn't even know how deep she is getting into this whole situation. They just keep telling her, like, we're warning you, you don't want to mess with this person. She's loved. She's cared for. People are looking out for her, and a lot of people know her. So Marla's kind of like, this is crazy. Like, who is this lady? And nobody will tell her. She tries to start doing research. She still doesn't know who she is. So, and obviously the mobster has to still keep an extremely low profile. So he's not coming out, he's not showing. What he's doing is sending his men to do jobs, trying to get this woman to release his mom, trying to get her broken out of the facility, all kinds of craziness, right? And he sends, like, his right-hand man is Alexei. Alexei does end up getting arrested. So you don't see Alexi anymore after that, but you see Alexi and how he's his right hand, and he kind of goes to Alexi for everything, and Alexi kind of goes to get the mom, and he tries to warn Marla, like, you don't want to mess with her. Y'all, there's so much in this movie, and I'm trying not to tell the whole story because it's hard. So I kind of felt that part as well, like breaking Jennifer out of the home, was a little unrealistic because, okay, yeah, first of all, we see 2 or 3, I think it's 2 cars roll up to the facility. First of all, Roman is in the first car, but he just stays, they drive around and then they kind of park so they can see the incident, so they can see everything that's going on, but he's not gonna go close because obviously he's dead and he doesn't want his identity to be found out. So he stays a bit far back, but he can still see everything that's going on. And then there's only one other car. Now, for all the stuff I don't know about mobsters, but from everything that I hear and watch on TV and the documentaries about them, number one, I don't think they're rolling that low. I know they're trying to keep a low profile, but at this point, this is the mobster's mom. No, we're gonna go in and we're gonna get her. And there's no, we're not getting out, okay? I mean, it was 3 or 4 guys that were in there, and that was literally it. Where's everybody else? Where's everybody else? Where's the cutting of the security cameras? Where's the cutting of the power? Where are all these other distractions to happen? I know we're trying to keep a low profile, but that's just not realistic. If a mobster's really coming after you and they really have something involved in this situation, then y'all, they gonna get out. I'm just saying. Marla would not be able to stop them, and Marla always manages to stop every plan because Roman's trying to do it undercover. He doesn't want a lot of attention brought to this situation. He says get his mother out and get her out legally, okay? That basically goes to shit. So it's not gonna happen. It's not happening, and Roman is getting madder and madder and madder. So eventually, without telling too much of the story, basically he starts going after someone. The first sign is when he kills the doctor. He kills the doctor that prescribed it to get the mom into the facility in the first place. Well, to get the case brought to the judge in the first place. He kills the judge, but he kills her. Now Marla's starting to be okay, this is a serious matter. Now Fran tries to warn Marla and says, let's just give the lady back. This isn't worth it. Fran finds out that Peterson is dead, and she was dead as a child, and this isn't a real person. This lady is not Jennifer. And she's trying to warn Marla, let's leave it alone, let's leave it alone, let's not go after her, right? But Marla don't want to listen. I'm just gonna say what it is. Marla don't want to listen. She's no, she's getting really greedy. She just wants the money. She just thinks that I'm gonna handle this. Nobody runs over me. And she's this woman that doesn't believe that a man should ever tell her what to do, or that a man should pull his power. She's more powerful than a man, and she can handle it. And no man will ever tell her what to do. Straight feminist. She is. And yes, that's right, but then I'm thinking especially when she starts realizing who she's dealing with the mobster, I'ma leave it alone, okay? Now, yes, fair enough, they see that the doctor dies, okay? And then she goes to see Jennifer in the home. And she's well, you're gonna kill my friend or whatever. And she's honey, they're gonna kill you. If you don't let me out, you can let me out and we can all forget about this and move on. But she just refuses to do so. She's just no, I'm gonna hold on to you. No one's gonna make me do it. And trust me, he should be scared of me. I'm not scared of your son or whatever. Okay? But she's don't kill my people. By this point now, she's okay, Fran, let's get out of here. Let's pack up, let's leave, blah, blah, blah. It's a bit too late, honey. So while she's leaving to go and do something, basically they kidnap her. And whilst they're kidnapping her, because now, he's kind of over it. Ben is over this. He's over this whole situation. He wants his mom out, and he wants his mom out now. And she's still playing hardball. So they kidnap her, and Roman meets her face to face. And she basically kind of braves it. It's just like, okay, well, pay me. She's like, you're not gonna kill me. Pay me and I'll go away. Like, we don't even need to go through all of this. Like, you can just pay me and I'll go. And he's like, I could, but what makes you think I'm not gonna kill you? And she was like, yeah, you're not gonna kill me. Like, you're not, just pay me and I can go away. And that is the moment that we all realize that, girl, you crazy. Another unrealistic moment. You're in front of the mob, like they have a bag over your head, you are suffocating. They're pretty serious at this point in time. Now, I don't understand what point she had to prove, because baby, I'm giving you back your mama. I'm gonna take the money that you said you was gonna pay me. To be honest, from when the attorney came to my office that first time and was offering me $250,000 or $200,000, two or 300,000 to give her back. Oh, I'm giving you back. Now, my thing is, most people, like, this is what I'm talking about with greed. Like, greed is a really crazy, disgusting thing. And really crazy, disgusting thing. And it's something that people just really shouldn't, like, just leave it alone. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. Once I realized that this lady wasn't really dead, she really has people that care for her, and they are going through all these extra lengths to get her back, there ain't no money in the world. I would have taken that 100 couple thousand and left this situation alone. Okay, deal. And then I'm dealing with a mobster too. Mobsters don't give up like that, honey. They don't care. You can tell him whatever you want to. You think he gonna care? Honey, no. He walks away and basically tells his people to kill her and make it look like it was an accident. So they go ahead and they try to kill her. They drug her, so they put something over her mouth that she's like inhaling, I guess, which is kind of basically knocks her out. Another unrealistic moment comes through, y'all, when they tried to kill her. So yeah, okay, all that's great. Then they like put like an IV tube through her nose into her body. I guess what they did is, and then they like syringed, I think it was alcohol, into her body, so that when they did the toxic test, then they would have seen that there was alcohol in her body, because they basically made her look like an alcoholic, and then she just drove herself off a cliff, pretty much. However, Heifer gets out. Like, okay, wait. Before she gets out, Heifer wakes up, okay? Like, how ironic. She wakes up when the car is literally going down the hill. She wakes up, oh, miraculously, I'm awake and I have all the strength in the world, yeah, to get out of this situation. And she breaks free. Like, that's so unrealistic. If you've been drugged, I'm sure you're kind of feeling like drowsy and druggy afterwards. And I get that it's an emergency situation, but you don't just go from to like, no one does that. I'm just like, tell me if you think I'm lying. Another unrealistic moment in the movie. There was a couple unrealistic moments, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. So that's one thing. Basically, they attempt to go and kill the girlfriend as well, right? So they're getting rid of her, they're getting rid of the girlfriend. So she does get out, but they get rid of the girl. They basically beat the girlfriend blue. And what they then do is run the gas in the house to then blow up the house. Funnily enough, Marla makes it back to her house with the girlfriend, because the girlfriend went back to get the passports because they forgot it, because they were staying at another house that they had conned out somebody else, right? But she gets to the house just in time, wakes the girlfriend up, gets her up, gets in the car, starts driving away, and then the house explodes. Really? Okay. And then I would say the last unrealistic thing that happens in the movie again, just because I want to talk about it. Towards the end, when she starts trying to basically get to Roman. She's trying to get to Roman, figure out where he is and where he lives and all this kind of stuff. She follows the driver because she finds out where the driver lives, because she wrote his car license down. So she gets to the driver's house thinking it was Roman's house, realizes it's not, and follows the driver all the way to Roman. Okay, guys, we're talking about the mob here. Mobsters again. What mobster doesn't realize that they're being followed? Another unrealistic moment in the movie. My final thoughts on the movie is I love the feminist aspect of it. Apart from the fact that I just kind of think that we need to take a bit more of a realistic approach to it. Likelihood of one female outsmarting the mobster or outsmarting the mob isn't really realistic. And I think she was a badass for how she does it. She had it planned down to a T. She had all types of people working for her. I mean, everybody worked for her. So that was a part of the plan. But she just did it, and she did it in a legal way. She's always like, well, if you're gonna beat me fairly. You don't bring guns and knives to a fight. You beat me in the court. So go ahead and beat me in the court. And she knew that they couldn't beat her in the court because she already had the judge on the side. So come on now, it ain't gonna happen. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I like that side of her. I think it kind of just shows that the badass woman aspect of it, which is pretty cool, pretty unique. I'm all for female empowerment and female badass moments in movies. Love it, love it. However, I think it needed to be a little bit more realistic. I did enjoy the movie. I did watch it all the way through, all the way to the end, and I was pulled in. So guys, if you need something to watch on the weekend, then this is definitely your movie that you should actually go and watch. I think you'll like it. I did like it. I just didn't really like the unrealistic points that was in it. But it's something to watch, and it's gonna keep you pulled in. I'm not even gonna lie, it is. So that is all I have for this review. Let me know your comments. Let me know if you've watched it. If you've watched it, put it down in the comment section below. If you haven't, tell me if you're going to watch it because I want to know. Also guys, I would like you to become a part of the Candidly Vee family if you aren't already. So make sure you click that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on for all future uploads, reviews, and more. Your girl's coming through. It's 2021. Your girl's coming through. It's 2021. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for your girl. And like I said, leave your comment because I want to know what you thought about it. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend or week whenever you watch this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.